Hey, welcome back to the Morning Brew. Good to have you guys with us today. I want to thank Lindy's Cafe downtown for the view out the window. Thank you, Lindy's. Okay, first guest today is from Lovelace Rehabilitation Hospital. Lara Wengert is here today. And you have alphabet soup behind your name, all your accreditations. You're a speech pathologist.
Yep.
And what do all the letters mean?
The letters mean Master of Science,
Yeah,
Clinical Certificate of Competency of Speech Language Pathology.
good. Well,
long-
how long have you been doing this?
Smart and beautiful.
Yes.
I've been doing this for about 17 years.
Wonderful. And right now you're running outpatient services at the Lovelace Rehab Hospital.
Correct.
Very good. Where is it? Where's the hospital?
The Lovelace Rehab Hospital is located across from the Heart Hospital downtown,
Oh, yeah. Just
right
up
next
the
to
street.
the main hospital, the Lovelace Medical Center. And our outpatient clinics, we have locations in Santa Fe, Rio Rancho, the Northeast Heights, and Jemez Pueblo.
Wow, that's a lot of work. A lot of stuff going on.
Those are all the outpatient clinics.
So as a rehab hospital, who would be, who are your patients? Where do they come from? What are they there for?
Well, typically they discharge from an acute setting, so the medical center, UNMH, the main acute hospitals, and they come to the rehabilitation hospital for occupational, speech, and physical therapies. We offer inpatient therapies up to 3 hours a day of therapy or more, and they typically have diagnoses such as, a stroke or a traumatic brain injury. Sometimes it's surgery and they're just getting back on their feet and they need a transition period of intense rehabilitation. And then once they're discharged, they often, come to the outpatient program where I work at.
I see. Now you have a program that's going on tonight.
Yes.
Perfect
And
timing.
a speaker that's coming in that has had some challenges in his life,
Yes.
but he's going to inspire others that life goes on and you can make something of it. His name is Scott Chesney. And can you talk about him a little bit?
He is a speaker who he has been all around the world speaking to various audiences about maximizing life with disability. He suffered a spinal cord stroke when he was very young, and he has just made the best of it by continuing on with his life, being very, very active, and motivating others.
Yeah. And he's going to talk tonight, and where will that be?
That's at the Lovelace Rehabilitation Hospital downtown. He will be in our main gym there, and all are welcome. It's a
free event.
It's a free event, and that we'll be sponsoring there at the hospital.
Now, since it's May, and I see here that it's Better Speech and Hearing Month, that's part of what you do. Do you still practice at all your speech work? Do you still get a chance to work with patients?
For about the last year, I've been busy with administrative
Right.
duties, so I haven't seen as many patients, but prior to that, I was a specialist in voice and swallowing disorders there at the rehab hospital.
Did you work
So-
with children or mostly adults or kind of half and half?
I've worked with all of the populations, really. I've worked with pediatrics. Most recently, when I came back to Lovelace Rehab about 4 years ago, I was working primarily with adults and still some children, mostly children with autism, and then people with voice and the swallowing disorders that we assess and we evaluate with a lot of instrumentation and do our therapy from there.
Is stroke a big cause of those kind of issues? Do you see in your speech practice over the years people that are really learning to talk again because of a stroke?
Certainly in outpatient, we see a lot of patients who've gone through a stroke. With voice disorders, we treat everybody from newscasters and teachers and
thank
singers,
goodness I've never had
professional
that, yeah.
singers, and all types of
You have
different
to take care of the
populations.
instrument,
Wow,
right?
That's right, that's right.
Absolutely.
And it's an instrument. It's a very finely tuned instrument.
Yeah, it is.
When I was little, I had to go to a speech pathologist, believe it or not, because I wasn't swallowing properly.
Really?
And they had to teach me how to swallow again. I had to put a little bitty rubber band on the tip of my tongue. I had a tongue thrust
Oh my
and
goodness.
a really serious lisp.
You'd never know it.
See? Isn't it weird? Yeah,
Look at you now.
Look at me now. I still have a lisp, but no.
That's a great speech pathologist.
They
too.
helped me every single day after school. I remember being in kindergarten and having to go and relearn how to swallow and how to use my,
Ah,
yeah,
Interesting.
yeah.
what do you know? The work goes on. Typically, how many patients is this facility handling at any given time? Are you a busy place?
We're a busy place because downstairs we're an inpatient hospital.
Yes.
And we have a inpatient downstairs with a full staff, and then the outpatient hospital as well, the outpatient program.
Yeah, a lot of people coming through your doors, right?
For sure.
Oh, man. So tonight will be the event. His name is Scott Chesney. He's a public speaker who has traveled the world to promote maximizing life with a disability. He's done this for Fortune 500 companies, hospitals, as he is tonight. He's even done it for the UN, the Pentagon, and the FBI. Man.
Cool.
We have an amazing opportunity to have him in town. We're really excited to promote his talk and inspire others to live a life, maximizing their life with a disability.
We have some shots of some of the Lovelace facilities here. Let's take a look. And they're, like you say, they're all over town. You have outpatient clinics just about every part of town, including Santa Fe and even Jemez Pueblo.
That's right.
Beautiful facilities, too. Look at this. That's your hospital downtown here. Is
Yeah.
it?
It used to be the St. Joseph Rehabilitation Hospital. That was
Yeah.
my first job out of graduate school. And here we are, still.
Yeah.
So, Miss Lara, I know you studied in Denver.
I received my undergraduate degree in Denver and my master's for speech pathology at the Arizona State University.
What brought you back home to Albuquerque?
Well, to be honest, I would say the job opportunity that I had at the time when it was St. Joseph Rehabilitation Hospital. We were a leading rehabilitation hospital like no other, and very great people. My family's here, lived here a long time.
Well, I think it's remarkable. You help a lot of people do things that they recover in a way that you make it easy for them, and you make it possible for them to recover and do well
And
Wow.
help
going
them
forward.
achieve a certain quality of life
Yeah.
that they lost.
Indeed.
They teach me more than I teach them. I
Is that
think.
right? It's
A lot
great
of
to
life
meet
lessons.
you.
Nice to meet you too.
Lara Wengert, who is the outpatient therapy manager for Lovelace Rehabilitation Hospital downtown and locations all over. I want to thank our friends at Lovelace for bringing us a very talented guest. The talk tonight is at 5:30, the main gym at the Lovelace Rehab Hospital. There's the info right there. Seats are limited. You might want to RSVP. Scott Chesney will be the speaker, and it's free of charge and should be inspiring.
Great info, Lara.
Yeah,
All right.
thank you.
Thank you, Lara.
Thank you for having me.
Back in a moment. There's more Morning Brew right after this.